Yoga Vasishta Sar, according to Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi, Chapter 2, The Unreality of the World. This world, though unreal, appears to exist and is the cause of lifelong suffering to an ignorant person, just as a non-existent ghost is the cause of fear to a boy. One who has no idea of gold sees only the bracelet. He doesn't at all have the idea that it is merely gold. Similarly, towns, houses, mountains, serpents, etc. are all in the eyes of the ignorant man separate objects. From the absolute point of view, this objective world is the subject, the self itself. It is not separate from the self. The world is full of misery to an ignorant man and full of bliss to a wise man. The world is dark to a blind man and bright to one who has eyes. The bliss of a man of discrimination who has rejected samsara and discarded all mental concepts constantly increases. Like clouds which suddenly appear in a clear sky and as suddenly dissolve, the entire universe appears in the self and dissolves in it. He who reckons the rays as non-different from the sun and realizes that they are the sun itself is stated to be nirvikalpa, the undifferentiating man. Just as the cloth, when investigated, is seen to be nothing but thread, so also this world, when inquired into, is seen to be merely the self. This fascinating world rises like a wave in the ambrosial ocean of consciousness and dissolves in it. How then can it be different from it? That is consciousness in the middle, that is when it appears. Just as the foam, the waves, the dew and the bubbles are not different from water, even so this world which has come out of the self is not different from the self. Just as a tree consisting of fruits, leaves, creepers, flowers, branches, twigs and roots exist in the seed of the tree, even so this manifest world exists in Brahman. Just as the pot ultimately goes back to mud, waves into water and ornaments into gold, so also this world which has come out of the self ultimately goes back to the self. The snake appears when one doesn't recognize the rope, it disappears when one recognizes the rope. Even so this world appears when the self is not recognized, it disappears when the self is recognized. It is only our forgetfulness of the invisible self which causes the world to appear, just as the ignorance of the rope causes the snake to appear. Just as the dream becomes unreal in the waking state and the waking state in the dream, so also death becomes unreal in birth and birth in death. All these are thus neither real nor unreal, they are the effect of delusion, mere impression arising out of the some past experience.